Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Infinite Abilities Podcast. I am your host, Nick Earhart, and we are here to encourage each other to find our own unique abilities. Let's go. All right, everyone. So today we have Christiane, and I'm probably going to start saying her name probably every time, but that's okay. So, Christiane, you do so many good things for other people. Like, I'm not gonna give away. I'm gonna let you tell the audience all about it. But your your fun house, let's say, is amazing. I've seen so many pictures. It is awesome. So, first off, do you want to tell the audience about your facility?
Well, first of all, my name is Christiane Rogers, and I am the founder and executive director of Sensory Fun and Playroom. Our organization's name is Sensory Awareness, Education, and Outreach, and we do business as Sensory Fun and Playroom. It is an walk-in, full access sensory facility, an indoor play area, and it also serves as a therapy space for local therapists to come in and conduct one-on-one sessions, group sessions. We do birthday parties. We also do community events, and we go out and into the schools and do sensory activities with them. And we go into larger events and do activities with the kids as well.
Now, I want to know more about you. What is your story?
Well, my story is so how Sensory Fun came to be was I have a child, so I know both ends of it. So I have a child that has a disability. And when he was very, very young, he was a little bit wild. And so we didn't really know. I didn't have the education that I have now to help him do anything. At that time, I was a child care provider, and I was just starting to finish my degree in early childhood. So I got my associates in early childhood, and then I got a degree in general studies with a minor in communication. And I focused in on working with children with disabilities inside my childcare. And so I kind of figured out things from reading books and different things. And so I said, I could really do this. I could really make this a career. And so when I closed my facility, I went into preschool, and people put I'm going to do quotes, the bad children into my space. But of course, I had this child at home, so I knew what to do. So I always wish that I had a space like this for my son when he was smaller. They just didn't exist, especially in our area. And so I did lots of sensory activities with him. He especially liked Play-Doh, so we made Play-Doh. And we did lots of things at home to help him learn how to calm down. Because he was, like I said, was a bit wild. He was biting and running out of the classroom. We call that eloping. And so, the teacher just had her hands full. And then somebody shared with me one day, maybe you want to get him tested. And so I went and I got him tested. And turns out that there was really something going on with him. He would be, when you were talking to him, he would kind of be a little unresponsive. He could hear you, but he didn't know how to, he didn't know what you were talking about. So it turns out he had auditory processing disorder.
Oh, okay.
And so a lot of children that have autism have auditory processing disorder.
Mm-hmm.
You try to talk to them and say things to them, and they're just not articulating it. So, they stand unresponsive to you, and it kind of looks like disrespectfulness. And so, family members wanted to kind of whoop on him a little bit because
Mm-hmm.
and spank him because they thought he was just being so disrespectful. But he wasn't.
Mm,
He really had he really wasn't connecting, and he didn't understand what you were saying.
yep.
So when he was about 8 years old, I put him into the local school, community schools, and he was able to get intervention. And so he's about to graduate high school. I'm so proud of him.
Yay.
He's
That's
had
awesome.
an IEP, or an individualized education plan, that has followed him and will follow him after school. And so
Good.
he's had accommodations and things that were able to help him. So he's also been able to help inside the gym. He's able to help, kids like him, with the facility and everything. So that's been quite wonderful. But I definitely wish that I had something like this. When I finally did finish school and I went into the preschools, I finished off with the preschools and then went into um, a clinic, an autism clinic, and so I was able to get some education, and I became a registered behavior technician. And so I worked
Awesome.
with children one on one for about 3 years. And then, during that time, I was like, boy, these kids really, really need something, in the facility where they can get out of the facility, they can go into the natural environment, they can, play, they can do all kinds of stuff and learn their programming instead of just being kind of institutionalized. And so, a friend of mine at the time I went to church with, I was just telling her, my frustrations and stuff. And she was like, there's a place like this, and they're looking to do a franchise in the city. But I wasn't prepared to do the commitment that they needed. And I won't say their name, you'll know exactly who they are. But I wasn't able to do the commitment, the financial commitment that they wanted me to do, so I couldn't get any information. So there's a place in our city called the Innovation Center. We lovingly call it the NIC. And it right now it has score.com that you can hook up with. You can get a mentor free of charge, and that mentor will walk with you for 3 to 5 years,
Wow.
um, to help you be successful, because that's, kind of the success rate. 3 to 5 years businesses fail. So they
Yeah.
like to walk with you, and they give you pretty much every opportunity. They connect you with community leaders and people. And my particular mentor actually became the CEO of the NIC, and he was able to connect me to all sorts of people in the city to hear my idea, because it was just an idea. And so he taught me how to build a business plan, how to talk to people about that business plan,
Yeah.
share the ideas that I had, and, and maybe somebody could help me.
Hmm.
And
Yep.
so, what happened was, nobody they thought it was a great idea, but nobody really wanted to take the risk. So it was a bit of
Yep.
uh, um, a trailblazing type of thing.
And that's usually how it goes. It is.
Yeah, so like I said, he helped me with the business plan. He helped me study the market, see who my competition was, see if there was something like this in the area. Turns out there wasn't. I am the only sensory gym of this size in the area. There
That's
are
wow.
other sensory rooms um, in um, in autism clinics and
Hmm.
in other gym facilities, um, and um, uh, uh, but siblings and family can come in. So this allows for the siblings to come in, allows for family to come in, and it's a family affair when it comes to the equipment. They can come in and enjoy and be, be
Yeah.
with their child.
That's really cool. And the families that come into there, like, do you see like a certain demographic, or is it kind of wide open?
It's kind of wide open. People of all abilities can attend the gym, um, and they do, largely because they like the way that it looks and it's different and it's fun. So about
Yep.
30 to 35% of our participants that come in have a disability of some kind, mostly autism, but of
Hmm.
some disability of, and that ranges from physical disabilities, intellectual disabilities, emotional disabilities, across the board. So it's wide open, like you said, for them coming in.
That's really cool. Yeah, and like I know that we don't have anything around here. And where are you located again?
We are in Fort Wayne, Indiana, the northeast part of Fort Wayne, Indiana. We are in, do you want me to give my physical address?
Yeah, I think that would be really helpful for the audience so that they can come and check it out.
So we are in Georgetown Plaza, 6746 East State Boulevard, and we are near the bowling alley.
Okay,
We've got
awesome.
cool little kids on our windows, so you can't miss us.
And your website is what was that?
Sensoryfunandplayroom.com.
Easy to remember. Hey, go check out her website because let me tell you, it's really awesome. I checked it out a little bit ago. I know I checked it out the first time we met also, and it looks like a lot of fun. And I love that you give them this space to anyone, but especially people with different abilities. I really like that a lot.
Yes, I definitely enjoy seeing everybody come in. It's been quite a learning curve as
Oh
far
yeah.
as different equipment, getting funding and things like that inside of the gym. But we definitely love to see all of the kids come in with their families.
And then are you also looking for more sponsors and donors?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
On sensoryfunandplayroom.com/donate, on that page, you're able to be a one-time donor or sponsor, or you can, we have reoccurring bubbles on there. So if you want to help us monthly, we appreciate the monthly help. We also have memberships, and we have service provider memberships. So service providers can purchase memberships as well for their therapists to come in at no charge to their therapist or the parents. So, yeah,
Now, when you say it's a service provider, what exactly are you talking about?
I'm talking about recreational therapists, occupational therapists, even physical therapists. Um, let's see, then ABA therapists. They're all welcome to come into the facility and utilize it. We have different tools they can use. We have a tool that's on the wall for anybody that needs help with hand-eye coordination. We also have if-then boards for ABA therapists that come in, and that's typically, if they do whatever particular program that they have for them, then they're able to do whatever. So we have caddies
Okay.
and things. We have timers for anybody that needs a little help leaving. Lots of times they just don't want to leave.
Yeah.
So yes, so I have goodies and different things up at the receptionist desk to help push them along a little bit.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
that's a good problem to have. People don't want to leave. That's a good problem.
Yes, that's an excellent problem.
Yeah, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you for what you do. Like, honestly, like, for me, like you say, you wish that you had a place like this when you were raising your son. I had a place like this when I was growing up, you know? Just
Yeah.
a space that you're always welcome. You can come in, you can enjoy yourself, and just, yeah, have fun.
Yes.
Okay, so I gotta ask you the same question that I ask every guest. My slogan is your abilities are infinite. What does that mean to you?
My goodness. My infinity is like having superpowers.
Yeah.
And I think that my superpowers are working with children. They are definitely drawn to me. It is my passion, it's my purpose, and especially children with disabilities. I definitely enjoy working with them. It blesses my heart to see them come into the facility, but it also blesses my heart to be able to give back to them. In our space as well, we have several transition materials that we just give away. So we
And
give away.
you're talking transition from like school into adult life?
Well, I mean, transition to get even to the doctor's office. Waiting
Oh,
can be a bit troublesome.
okay.
Car rides, plane rides, different things like that can just be kind of troublesome. And just communicating, even if they're in school or if they're in a childcare, just communicating or articulating. Like my son couldn't tell you what was the matter with him.
Mm,
But we give
yep.
away communication cards, and they're able to wear those communication cards on a lanyard,
Awesome.
and they're able to give that to them.
Yep.
Um, give it to show them once they learn the picture and what the picture means. Um, Also, well, you can teach them sign language too, American Sign Language. But we also have noise reducing headphones that we give away for children that have noise issues and don't like crowds with lots of noise and different things like that. We have mobile busy boards to help keep their little hands busy for the car rides, for plane rides, like I said earlier. And we also have somebody donated these cool little yoga balls, but they have like little legs, so they can bounce on them when they're doing schoolwork. If a conventional chair doesn't work, it's very sensory friendly for them. Let's see what else we have. Oh, we have a sensory friendly backpacks. Now those are for school agers and older children. They come with school supplies in them, and if you share your diagnostic information with us, we will customize it.
That's
Uh,
amazing.
yeah, so we'll put a lot of those good things that we give away, we'll put them inside that backpack. And when they go to school, they have that backpack,
Yep.
to be
Yeah.
able to resort to when they need a little help.
Yeah, and then the backpack turns into, like their comfort space. Like,
Absolutely,
kind of like
absolutely.
when you're a little kid, you got your teddy bear or blankie that makes you feel comfortable and safe. For a lot of people on this spectrum, they need that comfort. So I
Yes,
love
they
they
do.
do that.
Yes, they do. That's the wonderful thing also about the gym, is that it allows them to be able to de-escalate, come into the gym and calm down. There's calming music there. There's swings, and the swings, ironically, um, promote language.
Really?
Yes.
Hmm.
I was sitting in a meeting one day, and there was a panel of people, and there was a lady that had a child that had autism. And she said, I spent all this money trying to figure out how to get her to be able to speak. And somebody shared with me about this one thing. She said, you'll never guess what it is. And since I was in the room, I raised my hand and I said, I know what it is. And she said, guess. And I said, oh, it's a swing. And she started laughing and she said, yes. Oh my goodness. She said, yes. She said, I never would have guessed. I spent all this money and all I needed was a swing. for her to swing in. And so we have lots of different ones. We have lots of different ones, and we have some of them that are large enough for friends to sit in with you
Really,
or a
that's pretty
parent
cool.
to sit in with you.
Hmm.
We also have pod swings, which gives you like a deep pressure
Yep.
type of coziness, to
Yep.
help help reassure you. And then we have some others. So, and then we have a trampoline, we have a water trampoline that they're able to jump and just enjoy. We have climbing walls to
You guys
all.
have everything on
Yes, and if I could, I would have so much more.
you.
I'm doing my best.
Hey, you'll get there. You'll get there.
Yes, right now we have a young lady by the name of Vanessa Hayden. She has a business called Partly Whimsical. And she goes in and she creates spaces for you. And so she's created these cool 3D clouds for us. And now she's going to give us a new design. So soon we're going to get a new design.
That's awesome.
Yes, I'm so
That's really cool.
excited about that because, being a teacher, and having a teaching background, it's very important that your every space is utilized and is functional.
Yep.
And so, even though I feel like it's functional now, I really feel like putting things in certain places in certain orders that we
Hmm.
can get the proper function that
Yeah.
we need in that space.
Now, where do you see your sensory fun and playroom in 10 years? Like, what is your goal?
My goodness, I'm so glad you asked that. In 10 years, I would like to be in my own building. I'd also like to have an adjoining clinic. So I'd
Oh,
like to have a clinic, an autism clinic in the building where they can access that gym every day. And then I'd like to disconnect the gym. So I'd like the therapy part of the gym to be separate from the indoor play area.
exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
That would be really helpful.
Yes. So, and then I'd like on the outside of it, I'd like to have a wonderful splash pad because a lot of these kids just love water.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely. What kid doesn't love water, though? Like, we all love water.
Well, there
There
are
are
some,
some.
they
There
have a
are
little
some.
texture issues and
Yep.
they don't want to play in the water, but I think that it would be a wonderful asset
Yeah.
to it. I'll
I
tell you
think
a
so.
funny story.
Yeah.
When I was inside of the church before I moved into the new facility, there was a little boy, and they just brought him into play at that time. And so they ended up like running out. They left out really, really quickly. And I just thought it was strange. But the little boy, he got inside of one of the bins because it had water. He wanted to get in the water. So he climbed in one of the bins. And of course, the bins are smaller. So, and he was a bigger boy. So it was hilarious. So they left because they were a bit embarrassed.
That's
So
funny.
probably about a year or so later, they came back and they wanted to do a birthday party. And I recognized them. And I said, aren't you guys the ones that had the little boy that got inside the bin because he wanted to play in the water? And she said, "Oh, I was hoping you didn't remember
That's funny.
that."
That's funny. That's really funny.
Yeah. Yes,
Well,
I'm glad. I'm really glad that they enjoy that, and that a splash pad would just be absolutely wonderful.
definitely, definitely, and yeah, what you're doing is just incredible. Like I love what you're doing, and I want to spread this message and get more people involved. More people in the door, especially more donors and sponsors, because that's what you need. Like you need people that can help you get this place to what you were saying. Your own building where you can expand and really help more people, especially
Absolutely.
children.
Yes,
Yeah,
that would
so
be amazing.
that's incredible. Well, thank you again for what you do, and thank you for sharing your story today.
You're welcome. You're so welcome.
If you enjoyed this show, please go ahead and share it on your Instagram story and tag me here, the Nick to your heart. Also, go ahead and share it anywhere else that you see fit, because the only way that I can grow this is by you guys sharing it. I don't sell anything on here. I don't have any sponsors, so let's just get it out there by word of mouth and help more people. Alright, everyone, remember, your abilities are infinite.